Hi there, welcome back to this channel. In this lesson, we'll build a complete REST API with Node.js and MySQL. And in the front end, we'll use React. As you can see in the screen, this will be a to-do list. And this is beginner friendly. Without wasting time, let's begin. To-do list for beginners. And let's demonstrate. We'll try to add Alan Peterson. And as you can see, it's already on the list and you can edit, and as you can see the button change, okay, to edit, and we can edit Alan Jackie and edit. Okay, as you can see, Alan Jackie was updated. Okay, and the button back to normal, and if we delete, the name was deleted. Okay, so that's what we're gonna build, and we are going to use this package MySQL. Okay, as you can see, it has how to use it, the installation and the connection. Okay, just to show you that there is no secret at all. Okay, and if we go to the bottom of the documentation of this package, so we are trying to find yeah, this one, performing queries. And as you can see, this is how to perform some queries. And as you can see, there is no secret. Okay, so we're gonna use this example to build our application. Okay, so we have body parser, cause, express, and Morgan, MySQL, .mon. Okay, um, and after that, we create controllers folder. We create a routes folder, and we create a DB folder. Okay, now we are going to work on the server. As always, we're gonna create a variable name express, require express. And const app, we're gonna invoke express. I mean, if you have trouble on how to begin, anytime you want to begin, for example, in the backend, you would add, you would type npm init, okay, to begin, okay, and after that, installing those packages that I've just showed you. Okay, now we bring Morgan. Morgan is very important when we develop API. Um, Body parser, we're gonna need it. And after body parser, we're gonna need cause. Cause it's necessary when we're gonna make requests in the front end to the back end. And now we have a middleware. And our middleware, first of all, will be Morgan. I mean, each time we reach an endpoint, we will know which endpoint. This is why it's so important in um, API development. And we will have to use body parser. And body parser.json, we pass the limit to 5 megabytes. Sorry. Um, and this one will be URL encoded. URL encoded. Well, also break line here. Extended true. Let's fix the typo. And this is where we will use cores. Sorry, guys. Um, and now port. And now we will have to use app.listen. We pass the port and we pass a callback. So we know when the DB is connected. When the no, not DB, we know which port we are working on. Now we pass a message that server is running, server running on port, and we pass the port. Now we clear. So after that, we need to add a script in the package .json. So we'll need to remove this one. Start nodemon. Nodemon is for restarting the server each time we make a change. Okay, it will restart the server automatically. And now we have added our script, and now we can type npm start. And as you can see, server running on port 8000. Okay, like I have just shown in the beginning, we're gonna just copy this for the installation, and I'm using WAMP, but you can using the any other. Okay, I'm using phpMyAdmin in the WAMP. Okay, but you can use whatever you want. And here we're gonna create inside this folder a database .js file, and we paste. Okay, so we name our variable db and localhost root password my local database. Um, there's no password. Okay, but if you do, you can add it. Okay, and db connect, we pass a callback. If error, we're gonna throw error, else that is to say no error, db connected, and we export the db so that we can use it in other part in our application in the backend. Now we will create a to-do controller. Okay. And const db equal require. So we're gonna bring our database. Okay. Now we're gonna create our database by command. What you could have created by manually. Okay. Create db request response let queue. So we don't have this yet to do list. Okay. So this db that we bring db.query, as the documentation said, we pass the query and we pass a callback error result. If error, true error, else we're gonna send the response in the front end. Okay. So if you've been watching us in previous tutorial, you can see I maintain the same folder structure. Okay, and now to do routes. So we're gonna bring express, and water. You're gonna express that water here with capital R. Okay, and we need to export water. And the first word we're gonna create is water.get. We're gonna add an endpoint to create a database, and this will use create db, and we bring it automatically. Okay, we're gonna move this on top. Okay, and save. After that, we'll need to import the routes. Okay, so we will name const to do's equal require routes, and inside the route we're going to do routes. Okay, some space, and we'll need to use a middleware. This will be what middleware. App that use. So this is where we will say / and we will prefix all our endpoint with API. And after that, we're going to do. Okay, and we save. But you see, we have an error. It's because we don't have the to-do list created yet, but we leave it empty, and it's come to normal. But we'll have to create this database. So we go in this time with Postman. We are creating a new collection. We name it to the list, and inside of it, we're gonna create DB. Okay, so / API, The endpoint is /create/database body wow JSON, and try to send the request. DB created. Okay, so we're gonna verify. So as you can see, on the screen, and if you refresh, you see the to-do list appears. Okay, so we copy the to-do list and we bring it in the connection, and we save. As you can see, no errors. Okay, but now to-do list is empty, no table. We'll have to create table. And this is how to create table. Export that create table, request response, let queue for query. Okay, create table to do's, id int integer auto increment, first name varchar, last name varchar, and the primary key will be id. Okay, ndb.query that accept the query, and we pass a callback error result, and if error to error, else send the response. And also this will be a get request. This time we will create table, and we're gonna bring create table controller and auto import it. Okay, now go back again in Postman. Create table. So we're gonna just copy this one to save up some time and just edit it. This time it will be table. Body war JSON, and send the request. And as you can see, table created. So we need to verify. And as you can see, we have totals inside of it. Okay, let's check the structure. You see ID, first name, last name. Okay, so everything is fine till now. Sorry guys, I'm not feeling good. And now create list. Sorry, create list. We will need to bring a first name and last name from requested body. And this is the query: insert into to-dos set question mark. Okay, according to the documentation. And we pass the query in the DB query, and the object first name last name and the callback. Okay, and in the route this will be a post request. Okay, and we'll pass create list and auto import it. And we're gonna add register to do. Register to do, it will be a post request. And this time we'll pass the endpoint that is list wow JSON. We save the request. We'll need to pass the object. I mean, open and close curly braces and pass first name. adding the JSON value. Okay, first name John, last name. Okay, we name it John Doe. Insert the request. As you can see, row affected row 1 inserted ID 1. We are into the list, and as you can see, we see ID 1, first name John, last name John Doe, and we're gonna add a couple of these. Peter Pan. You see inserted ID 2. Joel Smith. Okay. After that, we will need to show to those. Okay, show everything in the table. Sorry, and select star from to those. I mean, I suppose you have basic understanding of MySQL. Okay, so get when I show this one, we name it show to dos. And we bring the controller, and we're gonna head back to Postman. Okay. Okay, this time will be / API / show / to dos. Send the request. As you can see, we have an array of object. Okay, and we have four object in it. Okay, this time we'll sorry, we will show single to do. Select star from to dos where ID equal request param that ID. So we're gonna receive this, and the reason that we say a result we pass the first element in the array, it's because we'll receive sorry, we'll receive an array, and the array will have only one element. So we access the array with one element directly. Okay. Okay, and this is the ID that we will receive. Okay. Okay, in the endpoint to do colon ID. Okay, and we'll bring the controller. Now the endpoint will be single to do. Okay, API to do / one, save, And as you can see, we access the object directly. Okay, this is why we add the result um, and disable. Okay, so if we check the ID2, as you can see, we have um, other result. And now we will update a single to do. Sorry, we will bring with first name, last name from request body. Okay, and update set where ID will receive this param, and the query will receive the query, will receive the object, first name, last name, and after that the callback. Okay, and this will be a put request. Okay, sorry, and update to do, and we pass the parameter, we pass the ID, and we bring update to do. So we're gonna try to update the ID2. I mean the ID1. So we have added something just to verify if we succeed. And as you can see, affected were 1. So we'll update this one, the ID2. Okay, as you can see. And if we send again, as you can see, we have a result. So it was updated successfully. And we will add delete single to do and delete from to do's where ID equal the ID that we're gonna receive. We receive the query and the callback. This time we'll have water.delete, and we'll need to bring delete single to do and auto import it. Okay, so now we add another endpoint. Okay, we remove, we replace update by delete, and we're gonna delete the this one with the ID of 1. As you can see, you see we have everything here. Okay, but we're gonna delete the ID1. As you can see, data to do deleted. And let's send again the request. As you can see, it's gone. So um, our endpoint is working great. Okay. So now it's time to move in the frontend part. Sorry guys, again. Okay, and start, npm start. Let's make some cleanup. IFCE. For now, let's add only h1. Node.js, React, and MySQL. Here, we make also some cleanup. Okay, if I want to run in this in another port, yes, it's because I'm using another port, and I'm gonna use Bootstrap, this version 5.3. Okay, and this is our application for now. And in the HTML in the public folder index, we're gonna add make some cleanup and add Bootstrap. Okay, and we're gonna bring the JS, okay, at the bottom. And now we're gonna add a folder name component. Mhm. Okay, and create a file. Okay, add basic HTML like container grid, add inline style, background blue, padding, color, the container, h5 with inline style, and with the title to the list React MySQL beginner. And we move it, we're gonna bring our component, and we save. And if we take a look, and this is the header. Okay, nothing too fancy. Okay, now we add a container. So this is a basic HTML form. Okay, so if you take a look, as you can see, it has a first name, last name, and the add button. Okay, but this button, when we are on edit mode, we will change it to edit. Okay, so we're gonna add edit mode, set edit mode, and the default we're gonna use use state, auto import id, and default will be false. And you're gonna see why we are do it like so. We're gonna add a condition. So if the edit mode is true, so we're gonna bring the edit button. Okay, we're gonna bring the edit button if the edit mode is true, else we'll active the add button. Okay, this is ternary operator. Okay, so we save, and if you take a look, nothing changed. Okay, but if you go back, you change the condition, is that true? And as you can see, we are on edit mode. Okay, so we're gonna dynamically edit and add. Okay, we're back, edit mode false. And now this is we bring a table. Okay, and we add a basic table, and we add two icon, so we don't have a Phantasm installed yet, and one icon to edit, one icon to delete, or trash icon. Okay, and a symbol table. So we're gonna bring on the top Phantasm, and if you check, so this is a basic table. First name, last name, action. Okay, we have two button, edit and delete, and we have fixed text, John Doe. So we'll need Axio, okay, to make requests to the backend. But I think I will change it, this version, sorry, 1.1.1.3. Okay. But no problem. After that, we'll need to add a proxy in the front end. And the proxy HTTP colon // localhost colon the port. And if we check the backend port that we are using in the backend, so the port is 8000 and we add 8000. Okay, and we save and we start again our application. Okay, now we're gonna add a method to show to-dos. Async, we're gonna use async await. Okay, try catch, const data, we extract data in Axio. Axio that get /API /show /to-dos. and we import Axio from Axios. And we'll need to create a list, set list. This will be an empty array, so to store our values. And we'll set list that will receive data. Okay. And to execute this show to dos, we're gonna use use effect. Use effect is a React code, very important. Show to dos, and we're gonna pass empty array as dependency. And we say okay, as you can see, you see in the console, get API show 200. Okay, successful response. And now we're gonna loop. We're gonna remove this fixed value to make it dynamic. Okay, if this is true, list and list. So we're gonna pass the parameter as d, and we're gonna bring in between the tr. Okay, and we pass the key d.id because we know we have an id field. Okay, we're gonna also d.id for the number. We're gonna make this dynamic. D.first name, d.last name, and save. Okay, and now let's take a look. We see nothing. Okay, we are using async await. We miss await. Okay, and save, and let's check again. As you can see, everything is here. We have our list. Okay, now we will have to create first name and last name. As empty. Okay, we're gonna duplicate this method. This time we're gonna need add to do. We add prevent default, okay, because we are going to use it in a form, okay, to prevent the default behavior to not reload the form. And now this will be a post request, and in the post request we need to pass an object, okay, that has first name and last name, and we're gonna add a condition. So this time we're gonna remove this extract data because we're gonna need to check a condition. We're gonna name it um, add. Now if add that status equal to 200, so that means we have a successful response. We're gonna back to empty so that we remove the values in the form. Okay, and set last name empty also. And after adding, we need to update the list. So we bring show to do's so that we call show to do's so that it updates our list. Okay. Right after we perform an update, and on submit we'll receive add to do. Okay. And in the field we need to add on change so that we can get the value from the form. Oops. You target that value. Copy this one. And value. Okay. This will equal to first name. We'll copy and do the same thing. And we save. But we see we have a typo in the last name with double T. Okay, Jeff Yuri, and add. And as you can see, it was added to the list. And now we will add delete to do. We don't need prevent default. To do delete, and this time will be actually that delete. We don't need to pass parameters. So we're gonna add /API /delete /to do / the ID. Okay. And we receive the ID here. We don't need this one. Okay, all of these, the endpoint, we pass them in a backtick. So we're gonna add an event, on click event. So we're gonna bring, we're gonna pass the ID as parameter. Okay, day.id, but we don't want that to execute automatically. We want this to execute when we click. So we're gonna add now function that we have delete, and we pass the d.id. Okay, and I'm gonna delete this Jeff Yuri. As you can see, it's gone. Okay, show single to do, because we need to populate the single to do in the form so that we can edit it. But first of all, we need to um, populate the form. Okay, populate single to do in the form. So we're gonna pass the set edit mode to true. Okay, so that we have the edit button. Okay, and we will have a get request. We don't need this. We're gonna pass the value set first name data that first name, set last name data that last name. And we're gonna create another variable user ID, set user ID. Should be capital U. So we add this just when we gonna use the edit method to know which ID to edit. Okay, this is why we add this. So as you can see, we have Anderson Cooper, and we have already the edit button. It's a J edit button. Okay. Okay, and we need to fix a typo here, because normally it's supposed to be first name name with capital N. So we're gonna fix the typo. Okay. And so we're gonna add the edit. So we don't need this um edit to do. Okay. And as you can see, we set the mode false. Okay. And we're gonna apply edit to do dynamically. Sorry. We will apply edit to do dynamically in the form. So if edit mode is true, lowercase, if edit mode is true, what we are going to have the method edit to do, else we have the method add to do. Okay, makes sense. And we save. And as you can see, we have an error on line 80. So let's check it out. 80, 80, 80. And as you can see, we save. And as you can see in the form, and if we added it, you see Anderson Cooper. Okay. And Jack. And as you can see, already changed. Okay. So everything is working great and the button work dynamically. So guys, that was it for this lesson. So if you have questions, please drop them in the comment section. If you like this video, please do leave a thumbs up. Um, this is to encourage us to make more video and share it with your friends so that more people can watch our video. With that being said, thanks for watching and see you in the next video. Bye bye.